Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, the triangles PQR and STB are similar right triangles. Which proportion can be used to determine that the slope of line segment PR is equal to the slope of line segment SB? Okay, so what am I supposed to look for? Well, we want to find a proportion, right, that can be used to find that the slope of this line segment is equal to the slope of this other line segment, right? Okay, and what would be the first thing that we want to do? Well, I want to decide, number one, which are my two lines that I'm looking for, right? So this is one of them, and this will be the second one. Okay, and please don't just say, oh no, they cannot be equal because one looks bigger or longer than the other one. Because remember that a slope is basically rise over run, so we cannot just determine it like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, first of all, let's find some coordinates here, right? Okay, so let me start with S, and I'm gonna write them down over here. Okay, so I have S, the coordinates are gonna be -8, -5, and B are going to be -2, -2. Okay, so this is my x1, y1, x2, and y2. Okay, so when I'm comparing them, I will subtract -2 minus -5, all of this over -2 minus -8. Is that right? And I'm going to compare that to the other points, right? And the other points are going to be P, it's 4 and 1, and R, it's going to be 8 and 3, right? Okay, and of course we said this is my x1, y1, x2, and y2. If you remember slope, this is something very important for us to use, right? So I am going to write down my 3 minus 1 over 8 minus 4, right? That's the way we subtract them. So look at the answer choices. And I know what you're going to say for letter A. Miss, letter A looks fine. 3 minus 1 over 8 minus 4. That's good. But what happened on the second section? It says -2 minus 5. I can accept either -2 minus a -5, or we're going to do something right now. I don't know if you remember, but there's something that we do in 7th grade that says keep change opposite. Because I want to rewrite it, and I can rewrite it like this. Keep change minus to a plus, and remember, negative times a negative is a positive, right? So that'll be a +5, and this will be -2. Negative times a negative, it's also a positive. So any of these two are correct. Okay, so notice how letter A, it doesn't have a +5, it has a -5. So no, that cannot be my answer. What about B? What's wrong with B? Notice how B is using the X values first. So no, that's a huge no, right? How about letter C? Again, is using the X coordinates first. So no, we cannot accept that. How about letter D? Notice how letter D, they're just gonna swap the numbers, right? 3 minus 1, they put them in the front. But that one is correct, right? That's like our second one that is right here. Okay, so it looks that, yeah, the answer should be letter D. And I know what you're thinking, Miss, but that doesn't prove that they're equal. Okay, I know you're supposed to do this in another steps later on, but let's do it. Let's subtract. What's -2 plus 5? Well, that's a 3, right? -2 plus an 8, it's a positive 6. And on the other side, 3 minus 1 is 2. And 8 minus 4 is 4. And I know what you're thinking. Miss, I told you they were not the same. And I'm going to say, hold on. Let's simplify, right? So I can divide this by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. On the other side, I can divide both of them by 2. And bingo, look what I got. I got exactly the same. Okay, so I proved that my answer was correct. Awesome.